Good morning, Kettle Kids, and welcome to your Thursday, March 25th. A very important day today as it is International Waffle Day. Not just national, but International Waffle Day. And let's talk a little bit about those amazing little treats. Waffles are a fantastic breakfast food, but you can use them for all kinds of other stuff too. But they actually have a very rich history, a lot like a lot of the other foods we've talked about during the announcements. It was actually the original versions of waffles, but maybe, I don't know if you'd really fully call them waffles, were back from the ancient Greeks. So we're going way, way back there. And I'm going to mispronounce this. They were called obelios, and they were actually these pieces of bread sandwiched between metal plates. In fact, iron plates, kind of similar to the waffle makers we know today. The big difference is that they weren't nearly as sweet, and they didn't have that iconic square pattern in them yet. It wasn't until later on that the Belgian people ended up making something really similar. They were known for their pancakes, and they ended up making waffles too, and they put the square pattern in there, and there you go. You got your modern waffles right there, and they actually did use a real waffle iron. So they took those iron plates and they actually put a waffle pattern into them, the one that we know with the squares. They put those in the fire, heated up the iron, and then just used them like the same kind of waffle iron we use today. And in fact, that waffle iron was invented back kind of in the 1930s and 40s. We started messing with it, and there's that electric waffle iron we all know today. So not a whole lot different other than you just use the electricity to heat up the iron. But really the same technology has been used many or hundreds of years ago. But there's a lot of things that have changed since then, including the fact that you can just be a real lazy kid and you can just grab those Eggos from the freezer and chuck them in the toaster oven and call that good. I'm going to tell you right now, put a little extra effort in because it's worth it, because those Belgian waffles are fantastic. Much more of the traditional type, very large, cakey. They hold all the fruit and syrup that you want because they've got much larger of those, deep squares you can put all that into. And man, they are just plain old tasty. Think about this. Back when we used to be able to go to hotels, think about the fact that last time you were at a hotel, you probably walked over to that breakfast area, you saw that waffle iron sitting there on the side of the counter, and you went, oh man, that's what I'm doing. So, we can get really creative with it, though. We can end up adding some really crazy food colorings into our waffles and make them colorful and crazy. You can end up making them mini and then dip them in chocolate and put them on sticks. You can put pizza inside of them, weirdly enough. This is actually a thing. I'm telling you, it's actually a thing. You could just substitute them for bread and just make your sandwiches with waffles instead of bread. Or you can do what I think is one of the very best things, and you can combine it with fried chicken. I know somebody in the room just went, ew, but you have then not tried chicken and waffles. I'm telling you, it's amazing. This one's from Geneva, New York. FLX Chicken makes this one, and I've tried it myself. There's actually grilled watermelon on top of it, and I'm telling you, it is spectacular. If you haven't tried chicken and waffles, you should try chicken and waffles. But I wouldn't recommend you necessarily try this waffle cereal from Eggo. It's really not that good. But there are some other great things. You can make your waffle cones. You could even go buy a purse that looks like a waffle. In fact, you can dress up like a waffle. But I digress. We need to get going on the flag salute. So let's go find that flag in the room, put our hand over our heart, and please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. All right, Candle Kids, let's make this guy dance. Let's talk a little bit about food today. We have a ham sandwich along with chicken patty with roll, whipped potatoes, broccoli, pineapple, and milk. What is going on with that weather today? Well, guess what? Today is going to be about the nicest day you could possibly imagine for this time of year. We're talking about high of 67 degrees, very low chance of rain. We've got a little bit of sun peeking through here and there, and it will just feel fantastic. Right now, the sun is dominating the sky, but we will probably see a little bit of that haze roll in a little bit later, but it's not going to be that bad. It's going to actually be pretty high altitude clouds for the most part, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Unless we actually get one of those pop-up showers, we're going to be looking at one of the best days you could get this time of year. But tomorrow is going to also be relatively warm, but watch out because the wind is going to start picking up. It's going to be a very blustery day as we're about to have a cold front moving in that will both push rain forward, bring the wind with us, and also bring that cold weather. Or colder weather, I should say. It's still going to be abnormally warm for this time of year. So the weekend is looking a little bit chillier. Monday is going to be the coldest, where the temperature truly does actually transfer back down. So really soak it in today, as it is going to be the nice one for a little bit. All right. But we will most likely have a chance to get a little outdoor recess in there, so rejoice for that. And yeah, definitely just live it up, soak up that sun. And I will get a chance to tell you guys about that Kendall mission statement. The mission of the Kendall Central Schools District is to provide the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes needed by students to live responsibly and to compete successfully in today's and tomorrow's world. Well, I hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday. And if I don't get a chance to see you, to stay colorful, Kendall.